loaded, most certainly. Yeah, I get it loaded. You ride the play, if you ride the play, shawty ride the.
Here is one of the best scalping strategies that you can use with absolutely no indicators, using just market structure and price action and basic fundamentals of market momentum. I'm gonna be breaking this down in this video from beginning all the way to the end, so please don't skip anything. So let's go ahead and get straight to it. One other thing, make sure you guys follow me at The Real Solo E on Instagram. There are literally a lot of fake pages being made pretty much all the time, and they are messaging every of my followers. That is not me, guys. I'm not going to message you and ask about your trading or ask about anything. So if you do see that, just please report them, please report them, please report them. But The Real Solo E is my only Instagram page. Until I get verified, I'm gonna just keep mentioning this in all my videos, but I really appreciate the love. Let's get to it. All right, so I actually have alt USD popped up, and we're actually going to be focusing only on a 5-minute time frame, or basically trading on a 5-minute time frame, and then we'll be entering all the trades just using the 5-minute time frame, just simple scalping strategies and everything like that. So first and foremost, make sure you guys subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get all the free gems, and also you can be up to date with everything that I am doing as far as me growing accounts and giving you guys strategies. So let's go ahead and get to it. So the first thing is we need to understand what is the direction of the market first and foremost. So what I usually do is hop on a 1 hour as a scalper. I just hop on a 1 hour to figure out the momentum of the market, figure out the direction, figure out is the market either going up, is it downtrending, or is it going diagonal. So if we pay close attention to what we see right now, we actually are not looking all the way out here. We're actually just going to focus what we see right now in your screen. So I do have a wide screen, so it's kind of like what you probably seeing is a little bit more than what you would see. But what I mean by in a moment, we're actually just going to focus on this movement, all this movement here. So if we pay attention, we see that the market was going down, and then the market shot up, and now we possibly see market going down. So I am considering this as a downtrend for now. The other reason why I consider this as a downtrend is because if you guys don't know market structure, please make sure you watch my previous video as I explain that thoroughly. But it broke previous lows, which is this low here, and then this is our high here. So since the market broke that minor low, I am now expecting market to either shoot up to this area again to possibly shoot back down if it breaks the other recent minor high, which is this one here. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump on a 5-minute now. Now we have our idea structural level. So all I am doing is just waiting on this level to break that we got from the 1 hour. So before I continue, let me kind of break down what you guys need to do. So on a 1 hour time frame, you want to analyze the overall market. You want to know the direction of the market. Is it an uptrend? Is it a sideways trend? Or is it a downtrend? How you can determine that is if it breaks previous lows, previous highs. Another secret that you guys want to make sure you focus on is focusing in the moment and not out the moment, because if you guys are focusing too far out, there's no reason for you to be doing that on a 1 hour. You can go on a daily time frame to figure that out. So that's the reason on why we're only just focusing on a 1 hour in the moment. So after we establish the 1 hour direction, the next thing is we jump straight to the 5-minute. 5-minute, we're just looking on structure to break. Structure is going to be essentially what you had got off the 1 hour. If you haven't got it off the 1 hour, you can actually get off the 5-minute. And I'm actually going to be showing you guys what I mean by that. Okay, so right now we're currently live in the market on a 5-minute time frame. So if you are just looking for structure on a 5-minute time frame, all you're going to be doing is just looking at the previous lows, the previous pullbacks, and the previous higher highs. So if we take our trend line, you guys can use whatever you want, but we're just going to take a trend line. We're going to draw this as our high, and then this is our most recent low. Now the reason on why I'm saying this is our most recent low is because if market actually has shot up, it created a new high here, pulled back, created what we call a higher low, shot up, created a higher high, pulled back, created what we call a higher low, shot up, created a higher high, pulled back, created an equal low, basically another double bottom, essentially what you can call it. But that is currently our most recent low. This is also a low here, but we're talking about the most recent low. So all I'm waiting on is market to break out of this, or if it breaks out of this, it needs to pull back, and then boom. All right, so that's pretty much all we're going to wait for. So let's go ahead and wait on that and see what happens. So as you currently see, market is consolidating in this little zone area. We're just waiting on a pull out, break of structure. As you see now, it's happening. So now that we got a break of structure, do we take our buy now? No, we actually wait for market to pull back because we want to make sure that this is a valid uptrend. So what we're going to do is just sit here and wait on a pullback. Now in this pullback, when you guys decide to get in a trade, this is what you need to do now. before you enter. Before you enter in the market, you need to determine that wicks, you're getting wick rejections. Since this is a buyer's market, we need to see multiple wick rejections at the bottom, or another thing we need to see is engulfing candles, bullish engulfing candles. Now, if this is a seller's market, we need to see multiple wicks at top, less wicks at the bottom of the candle, and or we need to see bearish engulfing candles. So if we can get any of those type of momentum candles, then that is where we will take our buy. So let's go ahead, or sell. Let's go ahead and look at the market again, and let's see what we get. So right now I am seeing pretty much this is considered a spinning top, but I don't really pay attention to candlestick patterns. I just know we got equal wicks at the top and at the bottom. So I'm kind of just going to wait to see what happens with the next candle. So as you guys see, the next candle end up being an engulfing candle. So all we're going to do is just do a simple 1 or 2 trade. And then we're going to do a long position. Take it here. Stop loss is actually going to be a couple pips from here. And then we're just going to do the 1 or 2 trade. And then we're just going to play this out and see if this become a winner. So it looks like it did smash TP. So we end up taking 1 win off this trade here. So then now after this trade established, I then do the exact same thing. So now we just draw our trend line again, which would be up here. And then this is the previous low. The most recent low actually ended up being here, just because this is where it actually came and pulled back up. Also, this is another low that you guys can mark as well, because what can happen is market can come further down, retest, and you can look for sales possibly to these levels here. So let's go ahead and play it out and see what happens. So as you guys see, it broke the minor low, which is this low here. So now we're just waiting on a pullback to see if we can get that. If we can, awesome. If we can't, it is what it is. So as you guys see, market looks like it decided to give us a move here. Now, one thing about this candle is that I don't like what I said, I don't like to see equal wicks. So I kind of just let it run. But it ended up looking like it would have smashed if we would have took that. Actually, let's see. If we would have took this trade, it might have smashed TP. Nope, definitely would not have. So we're just gonna let that one be. But the reason why I didn't take that trade is because, once again, there was equal wicks at the top and at the bottom, so I decided not to take that trade. So now, as you see, we pretty much got a bigger pool, which basically now we got an engulfing candle. So your question may be, well, E, can I get in a trade now? Yes, you can, because it never, so what ended up happening was price actually never came all the way to this low. So if price were to come to this low, I will not be looking for any buying setups. Instead, I will possibly maybe be looking for selling setups if it was to break this low. However, it never did. So now what I'm going to do is remove this so I can visualize myself and seeing the overall picture. And this is what we got. So right now we can actually take a buy if we wanted to with this engulfing candle. And since this is still a valid uptrend, just because it never broke this low, we can get in here. Now this is going to be a very, very big stop loss with a very big TP, just because of this engulfing candle. What I tend to do with stuff like this, I just be very cautious of my lot size, just because it is very big as far as the candle. But let's see how it plays out. So as you see, this one end up hitting TP as well. So now we have 2 winners on the record. So one thing that I usually don't like to do is, if I'm already in a trade, I don't really like to get in multiple trades inside of a trade. It just really depends on your risk management strategy. But this video isn't for that. I actually do have another video where I break that down. I will also link that down below, and also it'll be popping up right now, but you can check that out as well. So right now, as you guys see, this was the higher. So this is one thing I usually like to do with structure, so I can figure out all of these different lines. One thing I like to do is double click this, and then I like to text, because this was my hourly low. So I know this is major structure, so I know we broke my hourly low, which gives me a glimpse that, oh, this could be a bigger move to the upside. So now we have 2 winners on the plate. So I am going to now do the exact same thing here. This is our high, and then where would our most recent low be? So our most recent low is all the way down here, but since this is the previous high right here, this could potentially be another level for you guys as well. So your question may be now, E, well, if we were to break, let's go ahead and move this over here because it's kind of like invalid right now. But your question may be, well, E, if we were to break this previous high, is this a downtrend all the way down? Not necessarily, because what can happen is, if it breaks this previous high, which, you know, was this right here, what can happen is market can actually shoot to this level here and then shoot back up, because you got to really pay attention and know overall structure. You got to know minor structure and major structure. So if we can get that same glimpse, then boom. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Let's go ahead and play this through. So right now what we're getting is consolidation. We did get a power move up. Usually guys, when you get a very impulsive wave, expect price to consolidate for a bit. So right now we are consolidating. Looks like we're breaking structure again. So since we broke structure, now I'm waiting on a pullback. It looks like we might not get that pullback that I essentially want to see. So this move right here is kind of not what I like to see as far as the candle. Equal wick top, equal bottom. I don't like those moves. And as you see, it looks like it's trying to play out. It looks like it might have not played out because of that engulfing candle right there. So then now what I tend to do is once I start seeing these type of moves, I just move my my trend line, or you can keep your trend line here actually, and then just pretty much put a new trend line here. I like to keep my charts very clean, guys. So that's why, you know, you would probably say like, well, why did you move this? Why didn't you keep it there? I just like to keep mine very clean and keep, you know, keep in the moment. So this is currently in the moment right now. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what's going on. And then we're just going to see. So we got a break to the bottom. So that means that maybe market could either come to this low here, or could either come to this and I thought I actually had another low. There we go, to these lows down here. So we're just going to see what happens. So as you currently see, we actually got the move to the upside. So then now what does this mean? We can actually do another 1 or 2 trade. Now guys, another secret about, that's why we focus on the higher time frames, hourly trend, is because we know that this is our major high right here that we got off the 1 hour time frame. So since we got this off the 1 hour time frame, we got to be very cautious of this move. So since this is a very big engulfing candle, I am actually going to see if we can get a 1 or 2 trade by ending this around here and getting that around there. This is not really a 1 or 2, but let's see if this can be a winner for us. So it ended up being a winner. So as you guys see, this trade ended up smashing TP, just because the reason being why I actually decided to not ride this one or have my stop loss all the way down here is because this was the previous 1 hour trend high, and usually what happens is it will actually react off this very well and maybe pull back further, but it didn't do that. It actually kept going to the upside. So you know, that is what it is. So you guys see that we basically had 3 winning trades here, and this works when the market is even consolidating. I'll actually prove it to you guys. So let's go ahead and look at a area where it consolidates, and then we'll see exactly how it plays out. I just want to get a very consolidation area, which would be something like this. So as you guys see, I like to go back on a 1 hour to figure out the overall picture. So the overall picture is, we know that this is our, and I'm just focusing on these moments right here, but we know that this is our major high. So I am going to go ahead and mark this as an hourly trend. And then now I am now looking in a moment, which in a moment is basically what we see right now. This is all we see right now. So I'm going to jump straight to the 5 minute, and then on the 5 minute, I am just going to mark my levels, which is going to be here. I'm just drawing it to this wick top, and then the most recent low is actually here. So I'm just going to kindly wait to see what happens in between these levels, and I'm actually going to draw another line just in case if it breaks this low, which is going to be here. So let's see what happens. So then if we start to see engulfing candles down here, then I will be taking buys as well. So as you see, we got a nice little engulfing candle. So let's go ahead and take a buy, just because we did get on an engulfing candle, because it never broke to this low based off of these wicks and this engulfing candle, that which established that, by the way. So we're just going to go ahead and take our buy here, stop loss a couple pips away from here, and we're just going to do a simple 1 or 2 trade, and let's see how this one plays out. If it plays in our favor, cool. So as you guys see, it end up kind of taking us our TP, but let's see if we can actually get this to actually TP for us. So I will actually call this a winner, just because we did hit the about 1 or 2 pips off from the TP. But as you guys see, this does work when the market consolidates. But as you see, if you were, you know, to take this trade, like what I said, all the way to your 1 or 2, it probably would depend on your broker, because some brokers, just because you're probably using one of the brokers that's not regulated and you're not using one of the trading view brokers, it probably might have TP'd, it probably might not. So we're just going to call this one a break even trade. But as you guys see, what actually ended up happening afterwards, market just shot down. So now since market broke all of these structures, what I am going to now do is remove that and focus on the most recent one, which is this one here. And then also we're just looking left, guys. We're just looking left, and we see that these are our lows right here, right? So if you keep looking left, you see you got a lot of lows. Now when you get this happen, when this happens, guys, you want to actually go back on a 1 hour to look at the major low. Now your question may be, well, I don't know what is my major low, because once again it still looks very complicated. Major low is what you can literally see off a major structure, which would be these lows here. So these are your lows that you're going to be basically focusing on. The low that I created based off of this wick here, and then also these lows here are your major lows. So let's go back now on 5 minute, and then let's see what market decides to do. So let me go ahead and make sure you guys can see what I see. So now we're just basically waiting to see what happens, because right now, let me draw off this wick right here, because right now it looks like we're getting some type of rejection. We're not using any indicators, guys. We're just using pure price action and market structure. So as you guys see, we got an engulfing candle now. So guess what? We can now take another buy, because this is still a buyer's market because of this low here, right? So we're going to go ahead and take another buy. We're going to do a long position here, and we're just going to do a stop loss here, and we're just going to do another 1 or 2 trade all the way to literally about this high. Yeah, about these highs here. Let's see how this one plays out. So as you see, we smashed TP, and that is pretty much how we trade this. So guys, we pretty much had all winners trading this. I'm showing you guys that this works when the market is consolidating. I'm showing you guys this works when the market is trending. Now it does not matter what you trade. This is AUD USD. You can trade this with gold, you can trade this with indices. Does not matter, because what I am using is basically what we see in market. Pure price action and market structure. I know I'm gonna get a comment saying, can you use this strategy in other pairs? Yes, you can. You can use this in crypto as well. This is just the basic fundamentals of becoming a pro naked trader. So if you guys want more gems, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me, also check out my Discord. And one other thing too, guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram. There's a lot of fake pages out there, but the real Solo E is my only page. And please do not believe anybody's going to message you about something. Don't believe the hype. That's not me. That is not me. That is not me. All right. So let's go ahead. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.